of tunes, a sense of style, and we want to hear them.
You felt like you might get zapped if you touched them, you know? Like they were Brainiac, you know? They sizzled.
They had just so much momentum.
Brainiac.
And Brainiac coming up.
You know, major label industry interest.
$1 million, $2 million, and just tons of hand-wringing.
When you're that in demand, you can set the rules and set the guidelines.
Well, in the mid-90s, the Dayton-based band Brainiac was on the verge of superstardom when their frontman Tim Taylor was killed in a car crash. As you just saw, a new documentary about the band is out, making its world premiere earlier this year at South by Southwest's Film Festival, and you can see it here for the first time tomorrow night at the Esquire Theater. And joining me to talk about the film and the band is Brainiac drummer Tyler Trent. I am so overjoyed to have you joining us today. So
thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming down from Dayton to talk to us. I wanted to start out, for those that may kind of be discovering Brainiac for the first time right now, if you could describe your music and what it was like to play in that band.
Oh, wow.
I know, loaded question.
A little hard to describe. It's kind of maybe like Beach Boys meets Devo, you know, run through vocal processors and distortion and like borderline unlistenable, but awesome at the same time.
Yeah, I love it. And that's why so many people loved it. Just seeing Kurt Loder in that clip from MTV brings back so many memories. I interned at 97X back in the 90s when we were playing you all the time. You were just on the verge, the future of rock and roll. It was the alternative station to start the alternative stations. So thinking about that, you know, we were playing you all the time, and then it came to a halt because of the accident. Seeing this trailer, though, means it seems very uplifting, and I wondered how you felt about this. I think somebody in the film even says this isn't it's a tragic story, but it's not a film about tragedy.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that was a pleasant surprise when we saw it in Austin, is even though it does have this tragic element, where we not only lost, you know, the front man, but also, you know, our friend and brother Tim, but the film is actually loaded with a lot of humor, a lot of levity. There's some really great moments of just joy, and so it's kind of got it all.
Yeah, and musician Eric Mahoney put this film together, but it wasn't just him. He's from Dayton as well. There were so many musicians and stars, people like Mark Hamill, that were helping put money together for this film or encouraging it. What does it feel like to you to know that you influenced people like Nine Inch Nails and some of these groups that we see in the film?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's too cool. And yeah, Trent Reznor tweeted, helped us out. Mark Hamill tweeted, helped it out, because it was all, you know, crowdsourced Kickstarter campaign to get this film made, along with Eric Mahoney and Ian Jacobs. And so yeah, it was just, you know, it's kind of overwhelming just to feel all this love 22 years removed.
What is it like to play now without Tim? You know, I know you guys played recently in Dayton, a reunion show, and you're going to be playing after the screening that's going to be in LA. But what does that feel like? Yeah,
well, he's completely irreplaceable, one of a kind. You know, he kind of really was Brainiac. He was the heart and soul. But at the same time, it's fun to get together and play these songs that people love, and incorporate friends that were in other bands, Steve Schmall, Tim Krug, and let them kind of be Tim for a song at a time. And that's been kind of special. And the response to these shows has been really cool.
Yeah, well, you can catch what we're talking about tomorrow night. A screening for Brainiac, Transmissions After Zero, is tomorrow at 7 at the Esquire Theater. You can go to local12.com to click on the Get It Now links for more details. There'll be a live Skype with Eric Mahoney, the filmmaker, after tomorrow's screening as well. And you got to check out the film to understand, because this is one of the only ways to really understand Brainiac. Music was part of it, but the live show was what it was all about too. So make sure you check out the film. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tara?